So everybody, welcome, good evening in the Zoom meeting for Saturday, 17 June. I started already 13 minutes before, and now you can look first to a little bit interview before we start on our meeting. Everybody can come in, no problem, but we start soon in the next 30 to 40 minutes, but you can now already enjoy from our engineer and questions to Dr. Engineer Anatoly Julinsky.
Hello, Anatoly.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for agreeing to this interview with us. I have prepared a list of your followers' favorite questions to you.
Go ahead. First question.
Anatoly, you are already close to the finish line in the implementation of the first targeted projects. Is your company ready for such a leap forward?
Absolutely, yes. Our parent engineering company, Unitsky String Technologies Incorporated, was founded in 2015. Until 2021, we had a period of creating a commercial transport and infrastructure products ready to enter the global market. Also, during this time, we gathered a team, engineers, designers, and researchers of dozens of specialities organized into more than 50 design offices, departments, and divisions. This enabled us to create, maintain, and develop a very sophisticated industry-forming product. And this is the most important thing. Only 6 years for creating an industry-forming product, such as UST transport and infrastructure solution, is not much at all. This is a record short period because this market product includes a string rail overpass, second-level infrastructure, stations, cargo terminals, turnouts, an automated control system, rolling stock. These are unmanned rail-electric cars or steel wheels called U-Cars, as well as power supply and communications. We also set a sort of record here. Even in the most industrially developed countries, with government support, similar transport and infrastructure products, such as high-speed railroads, for example in Japan, and maglev trains, were constructed many times longer with much more significant funding. I should also note that the entire process for the largest auto manufacturers to create, for example, a new model of an ordinary passenger car from scratch and bring it into a car showroom, on average, takes the same 6 years now. And this is while the car and its essential technologies and units were invented in the 19th century. That's more than 100 years ago. And now imagine that car manufacturers, just like us, would have to design, build, certify, and of course finance in parallel a fundamentally new infrastructure that road transport has. Roads, bridges, overpasses, junctions, culverts, train stations, garages, as well as an automated control system, power supply, and communications. The difference is apparent in the complexity of these products and in processes by which they are created and funded. In fact, we've done even more in a shorter time, and we're not going to stop in our development. For example, we assembled a new U-Pod with the most efficient configuration for today. We start specific projects with such vehicles. In its creation, we followed the requirement of maximum energy efficiency and performance as part of UST complexes, while maintaining maximum comfort for passengers. This is the main thing for us, and of course, safety. An essential feature of the vehicle is a 360-degree view. This is the first U-Pod with such a view. Since one of the key advantages of our systems is movement above the ground, a 360-degree panorama will allow passengers to enjoy beautiful views from a bird's-eye perspective. This is what customers want. This is what we can offer, unlike existing ground transportation systems. Over the past 6 years, we have not only created all the necessary systems, subsystems, and elements of UST transport and infrastructure complex, but also tested them. And much of it has been certified. We have already built 5 types of string rail overpasses in the Eco Techno Park, Belarus, and we made the 6th type in Sharjah, the United Arab Emirates. Now we have 2 more overpasses on the finish line, or rather not overpasses, but more sophisticated things, 2 UST transport and infrastructure complexes. Such a variety of engineering solutions allowed us to develop the optimal configuration, which we are now working with in commercial projects. We are confident that our products will not let down either the customer or us. And this is really important, because we can enter the market only once. We won't get a second chance. But we are not afraid. These 6 years allowed us to create a product and a team in which we are 100% confident. People often ask us why we take so long to get to commercial projects. Let me explain with the example of one of our projects in the United Arab Emirates. We have a paid order for a feasibility study, which we did last year. It took us about 3 to 4 months. It took about 6 months for the customer to review the feasibility study, longer than we took to do it. He hired another expert company to study the documents thoroughly. A representative of this company visited us in Belarus, looked at the technology and human potential, and carried out a comprehensive analysis of our capabilities and readiness to implement the declared project. There's a little noise here, but it's a work in progress, so that's all right, I think. Then the consulting company wrote a report on our feasibility study and gave it to the customer, who studied the report for several months. Based on this report, he asked us to do another part of the feasibility study for a fee, which took our engineers 2 more months of work. Now they are analyzing the second part. At the same time, we are preparing the legal documents to sign the design contract. The whole process took 1.5 years, and that is the case with most projects. It can take more than 1 year from the start of communication with the customer to signing a contract for a targeted infrastructure project. Then it takes at least another 1 year from signing the contract and starting the design work to reaching the construction site. This is because our product is not just any product, even if it is very complex, such as an iPhone or a Tesla electric car with a worth of tens of thousands of dollars, but a complex product that includes at least a dozen such products, or even hundreds of them. The difference between a product and a complex product is obvious here. So I want to provide some figures by comparing UST to the world's hyped Tesla. Tesla was created in 2003. 3 years later, Elon Musk raised $100 million in investments. 7 years later, Tesla received a $465 million loan from the United States Department of Energy. We've never seen that much money. 9 years later, the Model S came on the market, and only 14 years later, in 2017, Tesla began selling the Model 3 sedan. We started manufacturing unmanned rail electric cars on steel wheels, which are technically much more complex than Tesla, in 2017. When our first U-bike was launched, states didn't help us. Neither our own nor anyone else's, none. At the same time, in 2017, our from-scratch production of U-bikes started. That was also 2 years later. It was also then that our first 2 transport and infrastructure complexes with a string rail overpass of trestle and semi-rigid types were built as well. Compare what Tesla did in its first 2 years. By now, we have already designed, manufactured and tested 14 models of our electric passenger and cargo vehicles, including a high-speed model, and 5 of them have already been certified. We have also made a high-speed model which can accelerate up to 500 kilometers per hour. 2 more models are under production today.
Говорится,
Feel the difference, as they say.
сложности с продажей.
The difficulties with the sale of UST are not really about that. They are not simply related to the technology, its unpreparedness or the level of elaboration. We have to organize not just the sale of rail electric cars that Elon Musk did. We have to form a new transport and infrastructure global market, a second-level transport based on string technology. And this is a much more complicated task than the one set by Elon Musk in 2003. The production and sale of a new electric car model, and by the way, the first model went on the roads of the world 150 years before that, as far back as the middle of the 19th century.
Anatoly, thank you very much for your answer to the first question. And let's move on to the next one. How do you estimate the current market value of Unit Sky String Technologies, Inc.?
Хороший вопрос. И, кстати, часто задают.
That's a good one, and by the way, a frequently asked question. I cannot answer it briefly, so I need some time. We can only estimate the market value of a company when it enters the securities market. Now, we can give our estimates based on what assets the company has. We can refer to the authorized fund of Unisky String Technologies Incorporated, which amounts today to more than $70 million. It is very important to remember that the authorized fund is paid in money and in a foreign currency. This is a huge amount, more than many Belarusian industrial leaders have. At the same time, we have other assets. They are cars, cranes, buildings, structures, land, computer and office equipment. If we add all that to the authorized fund, it will be well over 100 million.
Конечно,
Of course, the value of a company is primarily determined by how much profit it can bring in a given period of time. We have an intellectual property valuation for string technology conducted not by us, as many people think, but an independent company accredited for such activities.
Она оценила стоимость нашей технологии.
It estimated the value of our technology and, in essence, the company that carries this technology, which involves knowledge and a professional team, at 400 billion. I repeat, 400 billion.
Заниженная оценка.
But this is rather an underevaluation, because the market demand grows every year. By the way, the capitalization of Tesla, which started out in 2003, with a less breakthrough and in-demand transportation technology than UST, exceeded, mind you, 1 trillion in 2021.
По оценкам, к 2000...
Estimates suggest that by 2030, the global smart transportation market alone will reach 300 billion, while electric cars will reach about 360 billion, and zero-emission vehicles will exceed 1,300 billion. Due to increasing traffic congestion, demand for transportation on-demand services will also grow to more than 700 billion by 2030.
Учитывая востребованность...
Given the demand for all of the above industries, the estimated value of our company will be even higher because we offer transport complexes, not simply transport, with an automated control system and with steel-wheeled electric cars, which produce minimal environmental impact, have an unprecedented safety due to the movement above the ground, and can decongest the existing roads on the first level. In the next 10 years, our plan is to expand to 10% of the entire transportation market. Today, this market is developing rapidly, and transportation problems are more relevant than ever. We actually work in Indonesia, India, Russia, the Middle East, many African countries, Latin America, and other regions of the world. So, we know from practice and communication with our customers that these problems affect various countries and all large cities without exception, and we are ready to solve them. For example, our data shows that today's demand in Russia only for cable cars is estimated at 700 billion rubles. This is more than $10 billion. And that is just one country. in one segment of the transport market. So if we are talking about 400 billion, the market value of our company will likely to be even higher.
Okay, I see your point. Tell me, is the company making a profit now, and does the income exceed the expenses?
Тоже хороший вопрос, часто задаваемый.
That's also a good and frequently asked question. Yes, of course, the company is already making a considerable profit. Our production facility SV plant, which was started 2 years after the establishment of Uniski String Technologies Incorporated, executes not only orders related to the development of string technologies, but also large third-party orders, and they are many. The technological facilities we have created and our world-class machine park enable us to perform the most complex operations.
Можно стоит на работу.
Our manufacturing facility is competitive not only in Belarus, but also in the CIS countries, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and we also work with a number of other countries.
К примеру, электромобиль Кама.
For example, the Kama electric car ordered by the Russian concern KAMAZ, which incidentally was demonstrated to Russian President Putin last year, was made at our production facilities. We produced it, not anyone else.
И таких проектов у нас.
And there are dozens of such projects, all of which bring us profit.
Кроме того, прибыль получает.
In addition, the design organization also profits. First and foremost, contracts for the development of design documents for our UST transport and infrastructure solutions. We received payment for feasibility studies for targeted projects in several countries in different parts of the world. And these are quite large amounts, about $1 million each. We are moving on to design and survey activities, and we have already received our first payment there. Our design engineering department, which has essentially grown to a large design institute, handles a number of third-party orders that allow us to engage our specialists and simultaneously train our staff in the process of designing a variety of buildings and structures, not only related to string transport, and then switch these specialists to work on UST transport and infrastructure solutions, which also include a lot of construction projects, stations, terminals. This also generates profits. Last year, we published a report on the audit statement from which you can see that the design organization has a very significant revenue stream. We're going to publish a report for this year that will show that this revenue side has increased dramatically. In the near future, we will be making a profit, and then we will only build it up.
Thank you very much, Anatoly, for the intriguing answer to the question. We continue then. Please tell us, what are the main bets in the company for successful market entry and commercialization of the technology?
Ну, у нас много этих ставок, так скажем. И основные ставки.
The main bets that our company makes are spelled out in our positioning. We offer transportation, safe second-level traffic, which excludes collisions and accidents, smart, it is automated and easy to integrate into the so-called Internet of Things, environmentally friendly, it does not take up land and runs on electricity. But most importantly, it is very efficient. I can confidently say it is the most efficient of all known and promising vehicles and developments, including in terms of capital costs for the construction. Our solution is at least 3 times cheaper than light rail and 10 times or more cheaper than the subway. Compared to cable cars, we reduce capital costs by 1.5 to 2 times. And you can see and actually travel on our transport not in a computer game, as many technologies offer, but in the U-Sky Center in the United Arab Emirates and in the Eco Techno Park in Belarus.
А если взять с точки зрения операционной
And
стороны,
if you look at the operating costs, we also win a lot compared to other systems. The energy consumption for the movement of our steel-wheel electric cars on string rails is much lower than the power fuel. And therefore, money consumption for the movement of buses, streetcars with their pneumatic tires, which are very drag-resistant, cable car cabins where the wheel rolls on a cable and which also have a very high wheel rolling resistance, and maglev trains.
у большинства.
This is the illusion of most people. Experts know the truth, that it's not like that. Push and go? No. Maglev trains are less efficient than airplanes, the most inefficient transport. That's the point.
Вот в чем дело. И поэтому теперь
And that's why Siemens has now shut down its Transrapid project as an inefficient and unnecessary transport, having spent more than 50 years and 6.5 billion euros on its creation, and having built only one project, the Shanghai airport.
и еще не только
And it is not only in comparison with maglev trains and even streetcars. If you compare it to railway trains as well, we have less resistance to movement, and thus we use less energy. It is very important for the customers, because in the long term, we expect the service life of rolling stock to be at least 25 years, and overpasses at least 50 years. It is the cost of operation that becomes the priority for the customer, and our proposal is unique in this regard.
нас, допустим, мы декларируем, что срок окупаемости
I can explain it this way. If we declare that the payback period of our systems is 5 to 6 years, it means that every 5 to 6 years we pay back the project. It means that our costs are small and that we pay back the project quickly. The money comes back, then we make another cost of the project in 5 years. The next 5 years, we make another cost of the project. Now imagine a payback of 30 years. So the costs are so big that the money doesn't even pay back, nor that you are going to make money on it. And that's because our operating costs are very low. This is a very important factor. They usually don't even consider it and just ask, how much does it cost? It's more important what the operating costs are. These are electricity or fuel, wages, depreciation charges, rolling stock repairs, overpasses, and so on. These are all costs. When it comes to the applicability of our UST technology, we take a number of directions. The first one is passenger traffic between cities and suburbs, for which we are already designing right now. Almost all cities, especially large ones, face the pendulum migration problem, when during rush hours, a lot of traffic accumulates at the entrance to the city and creates congestion. Creating new roads does not solve these problems. It only results in new cars. We see this in Moscow, for example. And the widespread transition to green electric cars driving on the same roads on the first level will not solve these problems either. But the creation of transport systems and transport infrastructure above ground on the second level solve these problems because it does not interfere with life on the first level. To allow for comfortable travel from the suburbs to the metropolis, we make intercepting parking lots at the entrance to the city at UST stations. We are already working on several projects to integrate our stations with existing public transport stations. The second one is passenger traffic between cities and logistics hubs located beyond the city, airports, railway stations, seaports. Getting to an airport outside the city is a real challenge today. We all know this because we all fly. Sometimes it is longer and more expensive than the flight itself. We offer an efficient solution. Our stations can be integrated into the airport terminal, which will significantly reduce the time of check-in and other pre-flight formalities. We have already completed a feasibility study for one such project.
Третье важное направление.
The third important direction, in which we have several ongoing projects, is overcoming water and other extensive obstacles, such as mountain
У нас
gorges.
могут быть безопорные пролеты.
We can have unsupported spans up to 2 kilometers long and up to 3 or more kilometers in special designs.
Или способны с минимальным количеством опор.
The U-Pods are capable of crossing wide rivers, bays, and straits with a minimum number of towers, while maintaining high performance. Thus, we can solve the same logistics problems that are solved by building conventional bridges, but at much lower cost. For example, one of the bridges connecting two islands was built in Japan. It was only 3 kilometers long, but it cost $10 billion at the prices of 20 years ago. And today, it would probably be $20 to $30 billion.
Сложными природно-климатическими.
The fourth direction is cargo transportation in territories with harsh natural and climatic conditions, or topography, for example, in the far north. We have been actively working in the Arctic. In the Arctic, the ground for conventional transport systems, such as roads and railroads, is very hard. It is the permafrost. Today, they use mostly winter roads. Roads are flooded and frozen. Roads that are used only in the wintertime do not operate in spring and summer because they simply melt. That is why most transportation in the Arctic is done by air. It's very expensive. And our solutions enable efficient transport logistics in these remote regions.
Пятое направление.
The fifth direction is transport accessibility of new lands, such as islands, including underdeveloped mountainous areas, deserts, which were previously inaccessible or poorly developed. We integrate UST complexes into the developed areas so that to ensure their transport accessibility, including their connection to the existing regions, for example, island to shore.
Допустим, остров Сберег.
This is a very advantageous solution for many customers because the integration of UST transport complexes into development projects allows increasing the market value of real estate in the future.
Я теперь знаю, что
For example, in Dubai, the value of real estate along the subway line, when it was built, increased by 1.5 times.
где-то 1,5 раза. То есть, с одной стороны,
That is, on the one hand, the developer solved the problem of transport accessibility for customers, but on the other hand, it improves its profitability from the project by increasing the cost of real estate. We have one such project at the final stage in the United Arab Emirates. And of course, the sixth direction is passenger transportation in areas with strict environmental requirements, such as parks, nature reserves, wildlife sanctuaries, and specially protected areas.
мы уже ведем переговоры по
We are already negotiating on a number of such projects with very stringent environmental requirements. Since UST does not take up land or disrupt animal migration routes and the flow of ground and surface water, we can solve the transportation problem in such areas with zero impact on natural ecosystems. I can give you an example. In Australia, about 12 years ago,
Там был один проект,
there was a project linking a port with an inland deposit that would have had a 10 billion return if the railroad had been built.
железная дорога была построена. Но когда
But when the project was done, it failed examination because the road crossed the migration routes of some big-eared or furry or lizards or some rare animals or maybe frogs.
животных, и вот
I don't even remember exactly, some kind of small animal.
да? Ну, неважно, да? Какого-то вида.
So that fact shut the project down. We don't interfere with that.
Спасибо большое, Анатолий Эдуардович. Вы, как никто другой,
Thank you,
знаете,
Anatoly. You of all people know how much everybody loves and looks forward to EcoFest.
атмосфере.
And what an incredible atmosphere of friendship, mutual support, and understanding it creates. So, I have another relevant and very common question. Will EcoFest happen in 2023?
Если бы вы знали, как я соскучился.
Oh, if only you knew how much I missed these eco-fests, because the last one we had was in 2019. Online format doesn't really work that way. And so, of course, we should be able to see eyes, to hug and chat and things like that. That's why we want to hold the next EcoFest in March, April 2023 live, right here in the Emirates, in Sharjah, and to coincide with the launch of the new transport and infrastructure complex, which is being built right here and is in the final stages of construction in Sharjah. This is a complex with a heavy string rail overpass, and before that, all of our rail overpasses were light. What does this mean? It is designed for the movement of rolling stock weighing up to 60 tons. I said it's the weight of a heavy tank, but a heavy tank weighs less. It's a heavier load than a tank. The spans are 144 meters long. There are only 2 such spans, and the main spans are 288 meters. These are very large spans. The Moskva River is not wider than 300 meters. That is, we can cross the Moskva River with 1 span. The length of the string rail overpass is more than 2.5 kilometers, including the unstressed section, which will allow the rolling stock to start from ground level. We previously planned to start from the station, but then you have to go up by elevator, escalator or stairs. And not everyone can do it because of their age or some other reason. That's why we decided to make the unstressed section to go down from the station and make a pavilion there, a simple ground level station where you can get in our car, go up and start on the track. Our 25-seater U-buses, which can take up to 250 people, can also go down and start from the bottom. That's the U-bus I'm talking about, the one coming to Sharjah right now. This will allow the U-bus and the Yukon container carrier, which is a new, already 5th generation of heavy U-pods, with a capacity of up to 35 tons, to start from the ground and show the possibility to set up the station at ground level. At the same time, when our U-pods are already up on the track, it will be possible to move there at the long expected speed of 150 kilometers per hour. This is the closest solution to the one we will get to the market in the near future, because we could not achieve such speeds before. Firstly, because there were no heavy tracks, and secondly, the previous test tracks were very short. Launching this line is a crucial and mandatory step before most of the ongoing commercial projects get to the construction site. So, there are a lot of customers who are waiting to see this line up and running. I think we will schedule EcoFest to celebrate that. But since we do not know exactly when our machine from Belarus will arrive, I would say it will be 2 months. And if the car arrives later, how will we hold EcoFest? That is why we still have to clarify the date of EcoFest. We must monitor the car's movement because it is necessary to take it across the border to the ports, and then by sea through the Suez Canal and other canals, and then across the oceans. In fact, it is all around the globe with overloads. It is a very long way, but what can you do? In the future, we can set up production of U-pods here, too, in the country where we will be building the tracks. We won't have such problems there.
Here is my final question. Anatoly, do you think the company will survive the economic crisis in the world? And are you confident in the success of UST?
Look how many of these force majeure events we've had. How many companies have died, and I think there are millions of startups around the world that have sunk. Millions of companies, no less. We survived, and what's more, we are growing successfully. The history shows that one of the most effective ways out of economic crisis, and now it is happening for states, is to start major infrastructure projects. This was the case, for example, in the United States, when the construction of highways and their infrastructure, including the so-called one-storied America, I live outside the city and work in the city, helped tackle the economic crisis and reduced unemployment in the country during the Great Depression.
Так было, например, и в Германии.
This was the case in Germany in the 1930s, when the construction of autobahns gave a powerful impetus to the country's economic revival, and then to its intensive growth.
Поэтому мы считаем, что грядущий кризис
That is why we believe that the forthcoming crisis will only increase the demand of states for new and more efficient, not just transport, but transport and infrastructure solutions. And the word infrastructure is even more important than the word transport. And this is exactly what we propose. The crisis will most likely hit existing factories, plants, and car manufacturers, because people's purchasing power will fall considerably. But the demand for technologies related to logistic construction and spatial development of territories, countries, and continents will only increase. That will guarantee the success of our string technology. We are witnessing this trend now. The demand for our technology is only increasing year by year, especially recently.
и мы готовы предоставить.
And we are ready to provide our world's finest UST transport and infrastructure technology to all our customers.
Отлично.
Thank you very much, Anatoly, for your fascinating and exciting interview. I can only wish you every success in the development of the company and the technology.
Спасибо, и мы развиваемся.
Thank you. We are developing, and you can clearly see that. And even in these times of crisis, we have accelerated the pace of development in some ways. As for the fact that the market entry has been delayed, I explained that. That's because I underestimated, and the experts underestimated, how complicated the complex technology is, and how difficult it is to enter the market.
На рынок. Если бы мы продавали
If we were selling toothpaste or beer or burgers or iPhones, believe me, we would already be selling them in millions.
или айфоны, но у нас
But our product is completely different. Nevertheless, we're making progress, and we are already on the market. We have already received and are receiving orders, and we are already making money on this. So thank you for your questions, and thanks to all of our investors.
So everybody, very good evening, very good evening today. Everybody here in this Zoom meeting on 17th of June. I'm so happy to see here people, a lot of crowd are coming in. We stay now already with 58. We go increase it. Please invite everybody today, because we have a lot to share. We have information to share. We have here the #1 from Africa, Dr. Argodande Samsudin. We have also here with us today, John Bossy. He go share with us something. Later in the evening, we have questions what you go to see from the big man in Africa, Mr. Pastor Udoh. He go answer your questions as top expert in the business. He know every rail, every road, every detail about the company, what is going on, where we stay, and what is happened with Sky World community. So, my dear friends, my name is Ambassador Kristiaan van den Vijver. I'm from Belgium, but I'm a half Nigerian, because my wife is from Nigeria, my children are from Nigeria. I did already my part in Nigeria, but the most important reason now is that we go help together engineer Dr. Anatoly Yoninsky to end stage 15. But on this point, our man, Dr. Sammy Argodande, he go explain later today something. I give now the floor to the first speaker for today, to Mr. John Bossy. He go give you an excited 15-20 minutes information about something special, technology and the future in technology. Mr. John Bossy, you're here. The floor is to you. You can share your screen. You can go on.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. I will be joining with two devices.
You must close one.
Okay, pardon me, my network seems to be a bit unstable. So I'll be sharing my screen from a different device. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yes, we hear you, but I see, like you say, your network is not so good now. Hello?
Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yeah, but sometimes your internet go out. Hello, Mr. John Bossy. Your internet go out?
Okay, pardon me, but I think my network is slightly poor.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do to improve the network, and just let me know if it is stable from your end. And also, please, can you help me change I cannot share my screen. So can someone help me?
Yes, you can share
that so that
now.
I can
You can
bring
share
up-
your screen on the button. What you stay with. One moment. I look to the things. I make you co-host on the button. John Boss. No, wait. I make you here. Oh no, I see. I make you co-host now. Now you can do it also here on this one. Mr. John Bossy, you can share the screen now. Hello, there is something wrong with his internet. Then I won't hear that. Okay, Mr. John Bossy, you hear me now? Hello.
Okay, I cannot find to share my screen. I don't know what's going on.
What you cannot find?
I cannot find the option to share screen. I can only find the option to share photo and documents.
You can share
the option to share screen.
I shared you already. You can share your screen.
Okay.
I don't know why you not can share your screen.
No, it's not here.
John Bossy, you are using two devices. So the other one you are co-host, the other one it seems you are not co-host on it.
What is the other one co-host? What is the other one? John Bossy. John, you should.
Okay. Can you please make this one I am talking on? This I don't know what name it's showing, but the very one that I'm currently trying to operate in is a Oppo. Can you make this a co-host?
Yeah, but
You are co-host on this one now.
you're co-host on this one. On this one, you are a co-host. Hello, Mr. Bossy.
Okay, can someone else go on while I try and figure out what exactly is wrong? Because I cannot find the option to share my screen.
Okay.
I can only find the option to share OneDrive, Google Drive, but screen, no.
No, I don't know what this happened, but maybe we can do a test with Mr. Sammy. Mr. Sammy Argudande, Dr. Argudande, you here? Can you do a test that you can share the screen with you?
Thank you so much, Ambassador Kristiaan, and thank you, the whole community, and welcome to this Zoom meeting session today, the 17th of June, 2023. I hope Mr. John Bossy will be able to figure out from his own end. I'm actually connecting you guys from FCT Abuja, Nigeria, and I believe Ambassador Kristiaan, I think the audio is very clear from my end, isn't it?
Yes, I see you clear. Okay, can you start to try to share the screen that we can see it working or not?
Yeah, I'm going to share. You're going to see that. Okay, just a minute.
Then we know it's working or not.
Okay, see. Let me know if you see my screen.
No, not yet.
Did you see now?
Yes, now we see. Now we see.
Okay.
Dus Mr. John
So-
Bossy is something with you because our doctor, he can share his screen. Dus I think you must check it out what is wrong. Okay, today we go make it very excited and we blow it away today, Dr. Sammy, because we have a lot of things to share. And I give today on the end, not two, but I give 4 vouchers for 74,000 units of shares. There's some people who inviting today 5 people. I say, please let us know, but write it in the chat that you did it, because I give 4 vouchers away to the person who have invited and who stay here inside. I'm very happy that we stay here with a lot of people. Also, our big man, Mr. Ferdinand, is also here. I see our pastor, Udoh, is also here. I see already 2 of our new people who coming as Miss Freda is also here for she coming working for Nigeria, is later responsible also as communication for Nigeria. And I go tell you, there coming a lot of new people. You are ask for help and do it. Okay, Mr. John Bossy, you raise your hand up. You ready? You're ready to go? Mr. John Bossy, you ask your hand up. You're ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready, but you have to make me co-host on this. I just came back on, and I think you can make me
on this one. Wait one moment. I'll go check. Okay, now you co-host, my dear friend. Now you can do it on this. But I don't hear your voice now. We don't hear your voice. We don't hear your voice. Your voice is closed. Your volume is closed. Your speaker is closed.
Okay, great. I think now.
Okay, we hear you now. Yes.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our webinar on Skyward Community. I see that we're excited and we're ready to go. We have a lot of mentors and a lot of colleagues and a lot of co-owners here today with us. I just want to thank you all for joining from wherever you are, wherever part of the country or wherever part of the world you're joining us. Just type in the chat box and let us know exactly where you're joining us from. And about
person who talk, can you do coming in the middle sometimes? Somebody from co-host, can you close this? Everybody who co-host, please close this person because it's some disturbing. Thank you. Okay.
We'll be sharing about the future of environmental friendly transport technology.
Mr. Bossy, up to you. You can share now. I hope that you can share your screen.
The option is still not there, but I will just go on. So what I would do is that I will speak. I have my slides, so I don't have the sharing privilege. I have checked for it. It's not there. And what I think I would do is that I would just enjoy everyone to get a piece of writing notepad and a piece of paper. And as I speak, I will be very engaging. You can just pause and then write. I will take it as slowly as I can so that everyone can be carried along. I believe that will be okay because I can share the slides eventually and you can get them after the meeting. I can share a link to the slides in the chat box and you can go over those slides later. But as I'm having the technical difficulty of sharing my screen, I'm just going to speak and you get a notepad, something to write with, and then you take your notes and then we can go on. Would that be okay?
Yes, okay. Or maybe you can try to go out and try to go in again. Maybe that this is possible. I don't know. But
all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is John Bossy, and I'm a Skyward Community Master. I'm also
Mr. Bossy, your internet is gone. Wow. Hello. I see Mr. Bossy have a real problem with his internet now. There's a lot of issues that he talk. We don't see him no more. Maybe, like I say, he go out when he's there. I'll let him in again. Maybe there is something. Yeah, sometimes very terrible with network in Nigeria. I don't, because you stay with a big crowd, so many people in Nigeria. And this is also everybody use their internet. This is why you see how important is Nigeria, because you see everybody go to the system of internet. And if people say, oh, nobody use it, no, everybody use it now. And this is why it is important that we see that our network is very okay, that we can work with this. But now everything is shared. Your banking, your systems, everything go over the network now. It's not more that you do it in the bank. Now we do it on our phone. We check all our information there. And this is why I say to you, this is the reason why it is so important. Now, when he's not there, maybe I'm go 1 minute to one of the other people here who want to say something. Maybe Pastor Udoh is here. Maybe Pastor Udoh, you're also here. I don't know that you can speak now on a moment, something short.
Yes, Ambassador, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I want to thank all our partners who are here. But let me just make a checkup here. My name is Mr. Udoh. I'm a junior staff. But I've been here for 30 years. My senior staff is here, and so many top guys are here. And also, Honorable Sammy is here. But let me just check up how many of us are here for the very first time. If today is your very first time of being on this call, please, can you just give us a thumb up? We want to just give you a fire greeting. So anyone here, you are today, somebody invited you, and you are just here for the first time. Can you please just give us a thumb up and wait for your end? All right. All right. Thank you very much, Sina Ghost Time. Thank you. We have Ija Sini. Thank you. And the other one there, the person there. All right. Thank you very much. We have Teddy. Okay. We have a friend here. Okay. We have Kate. Okay. We have Exe. All right. Thank you. Yes, we have Ify. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Thank you, everyone on the call. Now, I thank you very much, every one of you who are here on the call for the first time. Let me announce to you that this is one of the Zoom meetings that we have done for the past 7 years on my record. And we began fully in 2016. And then here we are. Now, one thing you will take away from this community is that a lot of things, a lot of Zoom meeting that perhaps you have attended. If you have the problem of the white and black, well, you can find a lot of black people if there's something like black, or white people if there's something like white, and every type of people on the call. And it looks so fantastic. But a larger percentage of those communities, they are fizzled out and they are no more. Either they went on for upgrade, or they went on to improve, or they give one kind of excuse and they are no more. But we are here. The reason why we are here is this, obviously, that we are a community which I described, a community of Skyward community sponsoring and supporting Anatoly Yuninsky, a Belarusian, for the development of a new transport technology that he invented, which does not exist in prototype anywhere in the world. And so the journey that brought us to where we are today is simply a journey of developing what we call our warehouse, our showroom, and our sales center. Now, it was very easy for Yuninsky to have developed a kind of a transport and then start rushing into commercial parts of the business. But because Yuninsky is a businessman, a technician, engineer, every nomenclature you can ask, you will find in the man called Anatoly Yuninsky. So because of the invention was not something that exists anywhere in the world, so Yuninsky needed to transfer what he has on the book to the physical world, and for the world to even see that the transport is real and to be certified to be used around the world. We are talking about a man creating something that doesn't exist. We are not talking about modifying a car like what Elon Musk have just done. We're not talking about trying to innovate the airplane, the helicopter, which the brothers have just invented before. We are talking about something just new. And so our journey, Yuninsky offered us, a community, that if we support him to be able to bring to life this dream, that he will offer us the rights of co-ownership. That means we are sharing the intellectual property of Yuninsky as a co-owner by securing what we call Class A assets of the Yuninsky, which means that even at the event of where the project, the company is liquidated, the last iron sold will be shared to everyone because we are co-owners. And so that journey brought us to where it's going to lay a foundation. And the milestone of the project was divided into 15 stages. That means from the drawing, the bringing together, the iron implementation, the patent right, everything. To cut the story short, that journey has now brought us to where we are today, or has bring us to where we are today, at where we call stage 15. So the journey began stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And at stage 10, something happened, which we are informed that the Crown Prince of Sharjah bought over the whole stage. That is why we are today in Sharjah. And so for those of you who are here today, if we have begun a journey from 1 mile to 2 miles to 3 to 4, and our journey was stipulated to be 15th milestone, and we have conquered 14 and entered 15.1, do you now consider that if you are here for the first time, that we are trying to use you to make sure the project succeed? The answer will be no. The answer will be that you are fortunate among your peers to have heard about this project that is about to close. What will be the advantage of those who are in before it closes? Is that once this window closes, you cannot become a co-owner of this technology anywhere in the world, but you can still participate in purchasing Uniski string transport in a particular project of any country. But for those of us who are in right now, is that anywhere this project is to be implemented anywhere in the world, and I speak with you now, Uniski has over 10 projects on its table to kickstart. That makes the company self-sufficient. In summary, is that anywhere in the world, whether this project is not done in your country, is immaterial. Anywhere in the world, like Julius Berger, you will be interested in the financial reports of the company at the end of the quarter to know whether this company made profit or not. So you are interested in the balance sheet. So once again, for those of you who are here for the first time, we are 100 right now. We are still hitting number. You have a chance. And I want to sit back. John Bossy is going to present to you step by step, right? And so you are going to sit back, understand what we are talking about. Finally, the window is about to close. And for those of you who are not for the first time, but all you have is 500 shares or allotment shares, the challenge you have is that when Uniski will start to pay dividend on or before 2025, if they pay 1 cent, how much money would you make? Will that make you a millionaire? So you can increase your volume today by bringing your friends to a call like this. You have professionals here that will help you to present this proposal, and they can acquire this asset, and you can also receive remuneration reward in terms like 15%, and you can use that to increase the volume of the stake you have with this company. I started with $50 US, and today, with that $50 US, has brought all of you here. Sammy is there. We are all together. So once again, we are now 104. Keep calling your friends to join. We want to hit 150 right now. So John Bossy, if you are back now, please can you take the ball and go step by step so that Nigeria, Africa, and all the other states can be part of this. So thank you very much. That was a special address for those who are here for the first time, so they can have the foundation understanding of why we are here. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my dear big friend, Pastor Udoh. So we hear him later back in the after the meeting for questions. Now we go, John. You can now share your screen.
I can share photos. Thank you so much, but I will be sharing photos since I do not have the access to share the entire screen, but I have broken the slide down into photos and I'll be sharing them one after another. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, okay, for me it's okay.
Okay, so my name is John Bossy, and of course I am with the Skyward community, and I've been with the Skyward community now for March 2019. It's the most exciting community that you can be with. If you're joining us here for the first time and you've not heard of Skyward community, trust me, this is one of the most exciting communities you can be a part of. I'm also a social welfare officer with the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Issues. So I work a full-time job. So just in case you're thinking that you cannot do this and do something else, you're absolutely wrong. You can do this and still do your normal 9 to 5 and still be engaged fully as a supporter of this project and still be engaged with whatever it is that you already do. I'm an alumni with the Teach for Nigeria Fellowship, and I am a network marketer. So I'll be sharing the second slide of my screen. I encourage you to take notes. And I also want to tell you that tonight I'll be speaking on the future of technology. Now, Wonderfully enough, technology is a part of our lives. In fact, technology is the reason why we are here. We are communicating with technology. Is that not so?
Yes, of course.
So technology is also something that evolves. It evolves in a cycle. And this evolution is, I think it is determined by a lot of factors, but I want today to focus on just these 3 factors. I hope you can see what is on the screen right now.
It's very clear.
Great. So what drives technological innovation? What makes technology to move from one cycle or one phase to the other? There are about many factors, but there are about 3 I want us to focus on. I'm going to talk about them. The first one is that there has to be a problem or a challenge that the society or the environment is facing and wants to solve that will occasion the need for a new technology that will bring about the solution to that challenge. Another thing is that there must be a demand for a solution. So if there is a challenge, but nobody wants that solution, in other words, they say when you identify a gap in the market, make sure that there is a market in that gap. So you might find a challenge, but nobody really wants the solution because they can manage to go by with their normal lives without actually having to pay for that solution. There are challenges that people can manage without necessarily needing a technological innovation to solve that problem. I'm sure you will agree with me. If you agree with me, type agree in the comment section. Now, if there is no demand for the solution to that challenge, you do not necessarily have a viable product or a viable need for technological solution. Now, another thing that drives technological innovation is policy, government regulation. And this can be in the area where if government wants to occasion a change, they might create policies that will allow favorable innovation in certain areas. Say, for example, they want development in healthcare. They can create regulations to allow innovation in that sector, maybe by giving companies that are into innovative healthcare solutions, giving them some kind of tax relief to encourage what? Innovation of technology in that particular area. Are you with me? If you're with me, type following in the comment section. Now, we have seen what drives technological innovation, yes? Let us now look at what technological innovations drive, because this is a cycle, and you cannot have one half of the cycle without the other half. You cannot have the yin without the yang. So, ladies and gentlemen, what drives technological innovation? We have looked at 3 factors. So we're going to look at 3 other factors that technological innovation will drive. Number 1 is economic growth. Write that down. Economic growth. You see, if you cast your mind back to the Industrial Revolution, this happened, and it is a very popular subject in books in political science, in economics. The Industrial Revolution, you can see that there was a time that the world was largely agrarian. Most people were practicing an agrarian economy. You have people going to the farm to produce their crops, and then after production, they process, and then they create finished goods. They go to the market, they sell, and they get money for their effort. This was the agrarian economy. But during the agrarian economy, people amassed a lot of money. A lot of capital was amassed. And they discovered that the more they were able to produce and sell, the more money they were able to make, the more capital they were able to amass. So they started to think, mind you, we said that technology is occasioned by demand. And so they started to think, what can we do to produce more so that we can even sell more and make more money? So they now started innovating technological solutions, and the Industrial Revolution started to occur, excuse me. So that was one of the drivers of the Industrial Revolution. There was a demand for more money. And the economic growth that led from that Industrial Revolution was such that many things like the steam engine and industrial production facilities were created. People now started leaving the rural areas, right? Those places where we have the farms, going to urban centers in order to work in these new industries. And it led to urbanization. It led to migration. It led to economic growth. And second thing it led to was wealth redistribution. So the people who had the industries were making all the money. Do you agree with me? If you agree, type agree in the comment section. The people who had the technology that was in vogue at that time were making all the money. So the money started moving to the people who had the technological resources to harness the technological epoch of that time. And society began to change. We now had people who were known as the capitalists, the industrialists, and we had others who were workers, and they called them the proletariat. We're not going to talk about that, but I want you to notice that technology occasions what? Economic growth and wealth redistribution. Someone's mic is on. I need one of the hosts to please take care of it. Someone's mic is on, and please, someone should help us take care of that. Now, you can tell already that whenever there is a technological innovation, there is a technological change, it leads to wealth redistribution. So what does this tell you? It tells you that if technology is about to change, you should be in the forefront of that change so that when the wealth is being redistributed, you will take a large portion of it. If you want to take a large portion of the wealth that technology brings, type portion in the comment section. Now, we have already seen the market drivers of the Industrial Revolution. We saw that the demand of a free market economy where people could sell their products, where people could buy the products that those people were selling, and then people were amassing capital, led to the need to produce more, to sell more and make more money. And then the Industrial Revolution started, steam engines started, we started having people have trains, trucks, and all of these amazing technological innovations started to come out. It then brought a new challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, when we move in technological advancement to solve one problem, the technology itself can create a new problem, which will demand for a new technology to solve that new problem. Take note of this. That's why I say it is a cycle, right? So right now, we have the technological innovation of the Industrial Revolution, creating a new challenge. And what is that challenge? If you know that challenge, type it in the comment section. I want to see someone type the challenge, the new challenge that this technological innovation brought. Type it in the comment section. I want to see the first person who gets the answer to this. Pollution. Tina, God's time, Joel. Yes, absolutely right. The new challenge was that we now had pollution as a problem. You see, because these technological innovations, these industries that were being created, they came with a lot of pollution. There was pollution in the environment. The urban centers were choked. There was a lot of problems. And because of these problems, ladies and gentlemen, because of these problems, we now needed new technological innovation to find solution to this new problem of pollution. And the world began to talk about what? Sustainability. Sustainability became important to the extent that the United Nations created the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. If you have heard about the SDGs, type SDGs in the comment section. I'm sure everybody has heard about the SDGs. We had technological innovation now going in the area of sustainability. What is sustainability? Something that you use today, right? But by using it, you do not jeopardize the possibility of future generations to also be able to develop their own innovation and their innovative capacities. People the earth is borrowed. We live only for a time in this earth. So you see a lot of people during the Industrial Revolution were only concerned with capital accumulation. They did not care about what they were doing and how it was harming the environment. In other words, they did not care about sustainability. They just did what they did and polluted the environment. They didn't care. But over time, this pollution started to cause problems on a global scale. We are talking about problems such as global warming, problems such as climate change. These were huge problems, huge global problems. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is something you need to know. Write this down. If you solve a problem, right, you get the reward for solving that problem. Do you agree with me on this? If you agree, type agree in the comment section. If you solve a problem, you get the reward for solving that problem. So if you solve a person's problem, you will get the person's reward. If you solve a community's problem, you will get a community's reward. if you solve a national problem, what are you going to get? A national reward. And ladies and gentlemen, if you solve a global problem, what will you get? Type it in the comment section. I want to see somebody type it really fast in the comment section. If you solve a global problem, what do you get? Let me see somebody type that in the comment section. A global reward. Thank you, Ms. Patricia Effiong. You will get a global reward. Thank you, Mr. Olarewaju. A global reward. I'm so glad that you all are following. So a global reward is that you will be paid from every corner of the globe, every corner of the earth will pay you, because that is a problem that everybody is experiencing, right? Everybody has that problem. So everybody will pay you for your solution. So do you know what the rich people do? They look for problems, and the bigger the problems, the bigger the reward. So now we had a problem. We had a pollution problem. This problem was large scale. This problem was affecting every corner of the universe. Climate change is not a Nigerian problem. It's not a Ghanaian problem. It is a global problem. And they started thinking of sustainable ways to solve this problem. Another area of technological innovation is in the area of efficiency. Men began to look for faster ways to do the same thing in order to conserve their time. You will agree with me now that men are looking for faster ways to solve the same problem. So they want to make faster cars. They want to solve problems faster. Now we have artificial intelligence that helps us to solve some of the problems that we used to spend hours and hours solving. It solves them within the twinkle of an eye. You can have an artificial intelligence paint a picture that will take an artist maybe 2 months to 6 months to paint. And the AI would sketch that within 30 seconds or less. We have artificial intelligence that draw. We have artificial intelligence that write. We have artificial intelligence that do the work that people used to go to school and spend 4 years of learning to do. Now we have artificial intelligence do this. Thank you, Ambassador, for that reminder. Okay, so now we have technology moving in the area of sustainability and efficiency. Now we have AI and we have what? Machine learning, and we have green technology. So I'm just going to run through the slides so that I do not take too much of our time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to see that the world now focuses on green technology, and the goal is to create a sustainable and environmental friendly future, reducing carbon footprint, conserving resources, minimizing pollution and waste. And you see that this trend of technological innovation is gaining momentum. Governments are embracing it. Businesses are embracing it. Everybody's looking for ways to do things that are more environmental friendly. Even consumers are prioritizing sustainable practices and innovative solutions. Look at people now prefer to buy electric cars over gasoline cars. Is that not so? And people who are in the sector of producing technology that are green and sustainable are making massive rewards. We have an example like the Tesla manufacturing industry, where you make the Tesla electric vehicle. And at a point, the CEO of that company was the richest man in the world because he is in the area of providing sustainable solutions which are high in demand. And the world is adopting these solutions, and the people in these spaces are making a whole lot of money. Now, we have this sector of transportation, the technological innovation in transportation. And we're going to be talking about a little bit about the problems and the opportunities. Remember, whenever there is a problem, it also presents an opportunity. Now, the problem of our modern transportation system is that, first and foremost, it is one of the things that contributes immensely to pollution and to climate change and global warming. We also have the area of safety issues, because here we have road traffic accidents and vehicular accidents. They are on the increase. So we have that as a problem of modern transportation as well. We equally have the cost of construction and operation of modern transport systems. The creation of road is expensive, ladies and gentlemen, and it also consumes a lot of land, not to mention that it causes a lot of traffic and reduces man hours. And because we're now shifting towards more sustainable and efficient transport systems, we're looking to create cars that are faster and more cost-effective, cars that are safer and more environmental friendly, vehicles and transport systems that are faster and consuming less energy. If you want to know more about this, just go and Google this, Dubai Autonomous Transport Strategy. We will not be able to look at it for the sake of time, but if you make that research, you will see that even the United Arab Emirates is looking to convert 25% of its public sector transport system, adopting what? Transportation systems that are sustainable, safe, environmental friendly, and We have a unique company, ladies and gentlemen, that is creating solutions in this area. And this is the amazing company that I will be talking to you about this evening, Unitsky String Technologies, Inc. Now, the company's product is an innovative transport system that runs above the ground on high-strength string rails. High-strength string rails. This transport system is safe, it is very cost efficient, it is comfortable, it is environmental friendly, it is innovative as it uses second-level transport solution, second-level transport that is above the ground, environmental friendly, it produces zero emission, it has a high speed, and even with this high speed, it comes with a high safety feature as well. And they have produced transport systems for urban, for cargo, and even for high-speed transportation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to conclude with this. Wayne Gretzky said, the way to make money is to find where the world is going and go there first. Because if you see all the technological innovation, they come with wealth redistribution. Whenever there is a technological innovation, wealth is redistributed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the technological innovation of Unitsky String Transport Solutions, Unitsky String Technology, is going to create such a wealth redistribution, because this is what happens whenever technology changes. And we are moving the transport system from what it is now to what it will be. We are creating, in fact, we have created the future of environmental friendly transport technology, and we invite everyone to support in the development of this eco-friendly transport system, and you too can support in its development. My colleagues now will be telling you exactly how you can do this, and I encourage you to listen, pay attention, ask questions, and do exactly what you need to become a co-owner of this amazing technology. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Bossy.
Dr. Sammy coming now. Now I say thank you to our best friend, Mr. Bossy, John Bossy. You have done it very great. I give now the floor to Dr. Sammy. Dr. Sammy, sorry for your waiting time, but it was very excited what you have.
Oh, thank you, Ambassador Kristiaan. Thank you so much.
Excited. Just now, Dr. Sammy, people be ready, and here is the man of Africa, Dr. Sammy Argodande. Sammy, please to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Kristiaan. It's a pleasure that we are joining this evening. John Bozo, my good friend, my good brother, you have done justice to your time. And that was electrifying from your hand. I learned a lot, because we need to unlearn yesterday to learn today. You know, we'll keep learning every day. So thank you so much, my good brother. You guys can see the atmosphere where I am right now is a particular space where we are doing physical engagement for Unitsky String Transport Technology here in FCT, Abuja, Nigeria, closing the last stage of this multinational company valued over $400 billion by external independent expert May 20th, 2013. I was opportune to join that genius, that hero, in 2014 at their first stage of pre-development. So I have run all the battle with him from stage 1 to the later of today, which we are on the stage 15 of this multinational company valued over $400 billion by external independent expert May 20th, 2013. As I said earlier on, I also want to give accolades to Pastor Udoh. You've done justice to your time as well. And thank you so much, Ambassador Kristiaan, for giving me this opportunity this evening to be able to talk with our people once more. So I'm connecting you guys from FCT here in Abuja, Nigeria. And the reason why I fly to FCT was just to ensure that I have a physical engagement, physical meeting with some big wheels that are interested to, buy the little few of this multinational company portion in the Unitsky String Transport Technology intellectual property right. So when you join right now, you are not actually investing in the company like buying shares. You are not buying stock. You are actually acquiring some portion of this intellectual property rights of Unitsky String Transport Technology valued over $400 billion by external independent expert May 20th, 2018. I will be sharing my screen, and you understand the reason why I'm here in FCT Abuja today. Today is actually the 17th of June, 2023. I'm running this meeting till Thursday or Friday, this coming Friday, because We have schedule upon schedule upon schedule, meeting upon meeting. Today we have several ones. All I'm sitting, Occupy 20. We just round up another meeting about 6:30, 7 o'clock because before I come to this particular engagement. So there are now guys that were sitting on the fence now coming, pumping in, and these guys, I cannot mention their name. You know them, but I can't mention their name in this meeting. So they are pumping in right now just to ensure that they are not left behind, So the reason why this is happening is very simple, and that's what you're going to see on my screen at this moment. Sharing my screen right now with you guys. I hope I'll be able to do that. I hope I'll be able to share my screen. Ambassador Kristiaan, let me know if you see my screen.
Yes, we see your screen, Dr. Sammy.
Okay, good. So, guys, the reason why I am here in FCT Abuja is because this is the final call where we are right now. If you are joining this meeting, if someone invited you to this meeting tonight, John Bossy has actually done justice to his time by telling you that when there's a revolution, there's opportunity, there's potential, there's transfer of wealth from one generation to the other. And what we are doing in Skyward community, we are transferring wealth because we see there's a problem in the world economy in terms of transportation system. Traditional means of transport system has created a lot of air pollution, a lot of noise pollution, a lot of human error that creates human accidents, a lot of waiting time, congested road traffic network. You can talk about degradation of the ozone layer. You can talk about animals are dying because of the degradation of the ozone layer. So what we have right now is that we see one gentleman, building something since 1977. Engineer Anatoly Yuniski building this wonderful innovation since 1977. I can ask you guys, and I want to copy my brother's style, John Bossy. You are going to put answer inside the chat box. I want to copy John Bossy's style as well. Can you do a business for 2 years without profit? Will you stay put? No, okay, forget about 2 years, for 5 years. Can you do a business for 5 years and you stay put without making a profit? Please, I am now a PO to John Bossy. Put your answer in the chat box for me. Let me see. If you can do a business, for 5 years without making a profit, tell me if you can stay put, yes or no. Put it in the chat box and I'll appreciate that. So we're talking about 5 years. Now, talk about a decade. Can you do a business for a decade, for 10 years? Now, this multinational company valued about $400 billion by external independent expert, May 20, 2013. Engineer Anatoly Yuniski has been running this since 1977 without a profit. There are multinational companies on their startup stage that can do 5 years, that can do 10 years before they will hit the market. When Dr. Sammy comes to Zoom meeting session, my Zoom meeting session is more or less like a tuition center, more or less like a training center. So you need to get your calculator beside you because I don't come to Zoom meeting session without pressing the calculator. I like to disturb sleep a lot. The last Zoom meeting session I had was about 152. And I tell you guys, that we recorded on YouTube. It is now over 500 views, talking about the same opportunity, unique kitchen transport technology. So if someone invited you tonight to this opportunity, you need to thank that fellow because this is the final call. We're on the tail end. We're on the 15.1 of the 15 stages. This multinational company valued about $400 billion by external independent expert, May 20th, 2013. We have done stage 1, we have done stage 2, we have done stage 3, we have done stage 4, we have done stage 5, I have done stage 6 with him, I have done stage 7, I have done stage 8, I have done 9, I have done 10. Stage 11 was acquired by a conglomerate in United Arab Emirates and we jumped from 10 to 12. That happened in 2018, April 2018, United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates, that happened that particular period. So We have done 12, 13, we have done 14, we are now on the 15.1 of this multinational company valued over $400 billion. Final call, a black man, like your bro, your brother, you see me doing presentation tonight, Ambassador Kristiaan, there's distortion, there's disturbance already, please.
Yeah, I stop at 20
This is
talk.
our special time, we don't need
people.
discussion, we appreciate that, thank you.
The people who is co-host also, please, if you can, help to stop the speakers, thank you.
Thank you. So guys, we are at the tail end of this multinational company. As I was saying earlier on, I said brother, I have been with Engineer Uniski from day one, from the beginning, from first stage of the pre-development stage in 2014. This year made it my 10th year anniversary with him. We are not yet eating the market. We are not on NASDAQ. We are not on New York. We are not on London stock market. But guy, we are transferring wealth from one generation to the other. And please, I will beg of you, you should not look at this the way you look at others. Don't pass over opportunity repeatedly again. If you do not do this for your sake, do it for the sake of your children. Do it for the sake of your family, because this is a transferable wealth. Multinational company like Apple, Amazon, Google, and the rest of them, these are transferable wealth from one generation to another generation. Majority of those that bought the pre-development of Apple, they are no more, but their generation are still, biting, eating, enjoying the dividend of that particular investment. So I go more forward. Just to a little bit justice about myself. It will not be nice, maybe for the new guys, you guys joining us tonight. You may want to know who is your presenter or your co-presenter. So my name is Dr. Sammy Arogunade. I'm a founder and CEO, head of market ethics. Royalty Traders is an edu-fintech platform whereby we showcase opportunity for individuals in the private market, because we have two types of market in the world. We have the private market and we have the public market. But the private market have enormous opportunity, and that's what we share with you tonight. So we are also sharing with you UST in their own private market before they go mooch on the public market. Also, Dr. Sammy is the founder, CEO, Kreditus, decentralized autonomous smart chain. That blockchain we built since 2019. The COVID period, and right now we want to compete with top 10 in the world, but that's story for another day. Sammy is also a forex market expert since 2007, stock market expert since 2010, blockchain expert since 2015, first black investor of this multinational company we're introducing to you tonight, and now rated 4th top investor globally. So Sammy is a certified stock market analyst, savvy crypto trader, mentor, coach, fund manager, crypto analyst, and of course, blockchain expert. So that's what I do for a living and nothing more. Okay, so we're talking about the unification transport opportunity. If you want to get the updates about this opportunity we're discussing with you tonight, sharing with you tonight, you can write down this website, www.uskytransport.com/news. In case you want to get update about if you want to do more of your own due diligence. Some guys love to do due diligence before they throw in their penny. So if you want to throw in your penny, but you needed to do due diligence, I did that in 2014 as well. When I was doing my due diligence with this technology, the website was written in Russian language. I needed to use Google Chrome to convert the web to English. In 2014, I need to walk to a bank to pay in pounds to invest in unification transport technology, and my money will read after 5 working days. Not only that, what I invested into in 2014 was just the architectural drawing on paper. A sketch, an idea of a man on the paper. That's what I invested into. That's what I bought. So when some people are asking me, this is a scam, you tell us the fraud risk analysis in 2023, I laugh, because I was already in the stock market before I joined him in 2014. I've already been in the stock market 2010. So I spent about 4 years before I joined him in 2014. I started forex trading in 2007. So 7 years already, close to a decade before I joined him in 2014. So I understand very well opportunities. When we're talking about market opportunities, most especially talking about private market opportunities, I think that is what I love doing daily, you know. So you just need to do your due diligence, no doubt about that. And nobody is fighting you not to do your due diligence. But John Bossy has been able to tell you that when there's problem, there's opportunity, you know. And what we're selling tonight, what we're sharing tonight is transferable of wealth from one generation to another generation. So you can do more of your due diligence, www.uniskitransport.com/news, that you can do your due diligence there. Now we'll talk about implication of the precise completion. 1, we're talking about potential high return. 2, we're talking about disruptive innovation. My colleagues have been able to say that when he was doing his own introduction as well. This is a disruptive innovation. We're talking about industry impact. We're talking about sustainable development goal, E as well as SDG. He also aligned with that. And we're talking about controlled risks. You know, when you want to do investment, you will want to be able to, you know, ameliorate risks. You want to manage risks to ensure your finger don't get burnt. But as a matter of fact, unfortunately, we cannot do without getting our finger burnt in the financial market, because this is a volatile market, whether we like it or not. It is not pre-earned by one man. It's not a one-man show. I'm talking about a global market. We're talking about NASDAQ, London stock market, or New York stock market. We're talking about multinationals in their trillions of dollars trading daily, 24 hours. So definitely there will be risks there. While some people are buying, some are selling at that same time. While some want to keep their stock for long years to come, some want to cash out. They don't have this patience to wait, you understand? So you need to understand the potential high return. Now, multinational company on their startup, 90% of them will fail, whether we like it or not. I am not here to actually pitch to you. I'm not here to convince you to invest into this technology. Do your due diligence, but I'm saying we are at the tail end of this multinational company, and it will not wait for anybody. There's a possibility that we're going to see merger and acquisition in 2023 and 2024, and that may be a sorry for a pessimist. Now, so disruptive innovation as well is what we are talking about. Unique string transport technology is a disruptive innovation, because if you look at the traditional means of transport system, for example, I am in Nigeria, I know the congested traffic situation in Lagos. Running from one jurisdiction to my office, it can take 3 hours. But with the disruptive innovation of unique transport technology, we don't need to break the existing route structure. I mean, the small portion where we have the street light, where it's going to take our own pillar posts, you know, that's where we'll put our own pillar posts to actually suspend our transport system. I want you to actually watch this video for a few minutes. It's not going to be up to 5 minutes. And be able to understand what I'm saying ethically. Let's see if I can get that video for you guys. Okay. Ambassador Kristiaan, there's still a little bit noise.
Allow this always, please.
The transport and infrastructure solutions of Unitsky String Technologies highly efficient complexes in an overpass design. They surpass all alternatives available in the modern market and provide new standards.
So that's what we are selling to you tonight. What you see on my screen is what we are selling for you tonight. It's a disruptive technology. It was invented in 1977. As I said earlier on, this will take over 50% of the world transport system, and we need to have ensure that we do not need to wait. You know, what you see on my screen is Charger, and this is the transport center in Charger. I'm talking about the demonstration park in Charger, and we also have the demonstration park in Belarus, you know, specifically in Minsk. So it's taking over 50% of the world transport system, and what we be doing, if you've not done that before, you'll be buying a portion. I mean, you'll be actually acquiring a portion in the intellectual property right of this multinational company you see on my screen. You can see the vehicle moving. It's not a cable car, please. This is a suspended string rail transport system. Suspended above ground level, 5 meter, 10 meter, 50 meter above the ground level, and it can move within the city, 150 kilometer. It can move out of the city, 500 to 600 kilometer. It does not use, it does not have driver. It's driverless. It's autonomous. It doesn't have driver, and it can use any energy within the jurisdiction where we find it. So this is what you are investing into right now. You are buying a portion, you are acquiring a portion of the intellectual property right of this multinational company you see on my screen. Okay, guys, so let's continue and continue. I would want to also do one thing, going straight to the market, because it actually depends on what we are looking at this moment. So let me stop this particular video and let's continue my slide. Share my slide again, and let's go more forward. So we have a lot of markets. We have a lot of opportunity in the market. A lot of opportunity has already gone. And this opportunity that have gone, if you see them on my screen, we can talk about Apple, we can talk about Microsoft, we can talk about Google, we talk about Amazon, we can talk about Tesla. These are disruptive technology, just like my colleague said the other time, that are creating solution to existing problem. So what we have found out in the transport system is that unique string transport technology is creating a solution for degradation of the ozone layer, congested traffic situation, high construction costs, air pollution, noise pollution, waiting time. Is a disruptive innovation. For that, there's an opportunity in there, and not just sitting there. It is a transferable wealth from one generation to another generation when you key in. Now, let's just quickly look at Apple, for example. Apple is actually one of the biggest market capitalization you can talk about in the whole world. Apple is actually right now, market volume is $2.909 trillion. That's what you see on my screen. Apple is $2.909 trillion, not billion, $trillion. Guys, and Apple today, Apple is trading 184.92. Now, I want to show you something that will get you wow. And the reason why, if you look at top 10 billionaires in the world, majority of these top 10 billionaires in the world, they are coming from the stock market. They are coming from the private market, not even the stock market, because we have two types of market. We have the public market and we have the private market. Now, within the two markets, the public and the private, the enormous opportunity by ratio in the public market and the private market is between 3 to 7. I am saying the ratio for private is 7 and public just 3. You can go in the market here and can buy Apple shares for now. You can buy, of course you can buy. You can buy Microsoft, you can buy Google, you can buy Amazon, but you cannot get their pre-ownership value anymore. Now, I'm looking at Apple here, and all-time high for Apple is 143,977. That's what you see on my screen. That's what you see on my screen. If you don't get informed, you get the phone. Now, let's look at Apple. I'm looking at the major graph of Apple, and you're going to be astonished what I want to show to you right now. All time, what you see on my screen is all-time trade of Apple since when Apple was listed in the stock market in 1980, 1981. Now, one good thing you need to understand that when you acquire the pre-development of multinational startup, when you buy, acquire their portion, and when they complete that pre-development stage, the price will not be the same anymore. Right now, unique string transport technology value just 4 cents. 4 cents is one portion in the intellectual property right. Now, the nominal guaranteed patented value when Uniski finish their pre-development stage is $1. $1 per 1 unit. What you're investing into right now is just 4 cents. But when they finish the pre-development stage and they are listing, they are filing their stock, the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, or the London Stock Exchange, they will be filing minimum $1. Now, Apple also have a filing deal. They also have a filing agreement. No multinational startup will not have their filing agreement. They will have an agreement. If I finish my pre-development stage, and if I want to list on the stock market, this is the price I will file. Unique String Transport Technology has agreed to file for $1. Today, what's looking on this screen is 4 cents. I'm talking about the opportunity we're selling to you tonight. 4 cents is the minimum value you can invest into right now for 1 unit, 1 portion in the intellectual property right. Apple has never gone below their listing value, their nominal value, their face value. That's just example number 1. Let's look at Microsoft. Let's go to Microsoft as well. Let's go to Microsoft and let's look at all-time high. All-time high for Microsoft is 352,008.04. I mean, all-time. Now let's look at graph and let's look at what Microsoft listed and where it is today. All-time. Everything you see on my screen is all-time. From day one, they hit the market to the price you're seeing today. Okay, now you can see Microsoft all-time high. You can see, and you can see where Microsoft is starting. Microsoft started in 1986. Microsoft has never hit below its listing value, and that's what you're also seeing on my screen. Today, the nominal value that Uniski has agreed upon to be listing is $1, but you have the opportunity to file for 4 cents. Today, 4 cents is what you can buy into. I wouldn't want to waste your time more. Let me just quickly round up and go back to my slide and talk about these are multinational billionaires that made opportunity in the pre-development stage. PayPal, this guy called Peter made the opportunity there. Jeff made the opportunity in Amazon. SoftBank, Masayuti made the opportunity. We have Brian and Jan that actually make opportunities in from Yahoo to WhatsApp. But the opportunity you're looking on my screen right now is $1,000. We give you 24,000 units of this multinational company valued over $400 billion by external independent expert, May 20th, 2013. I mean, if you invest $1,000 right now, you're going to get 24,000 units. When this multinational company filed their listing after the pre-seed, because right now on the last end of the pre-seed, the nominal face value is $1 per share. That's what the company agreed. As a matter of fact, when you're doing your agreed invested sum now, you'll be given a certificate. It's written on your certificate $1 per share at IPO. So the listing value at IPO is $1. But the value today is 4 cents. If you do your calculation, 1,000 divided by 20 or divided by 24, you should have like 4 cents or thereabout. So imagine a company that's also have agreed to pay dividends from 2025. This company, for the first time since 2014, I joined them. They have agreed that dividend will be paid from 2025. So the risk has been taken care of. For me, I took one of the biggest risks by investing in this technology in 2014. Those that invested in 2015, they took a lot of risks. Those that invested in 2016, like Pastor Udoh and the rest of them, they took a lot of risks. In fact, those that come 2017, 2018, before the COVID, they took a lot of risks. Even you as well right now will be taking some risks. Though we are at the tail end of the pre-development stage, but still you are taking a little bit of risk. There is no business without risks. Let's be sincere with ourselves. But what we are saying right now, how to mitigate risks, how to manage risks. Because I said earlier on, 90% of startup will fail. Only 10% will survive. I can tell you Apple, I can tell you Microsoft and the rest of them, their intellectual property right, when they were filing, their own startup was not up to Uniski. Uniski is $400 billion. Apple did not have that $400 billion valuation at their pre-development stage. Microsoft did not have that valuation at their pre-development stage. Google did not have that valuation. I am talking about intrinsic value. When you go and research, take your dictionary or go to Google and check what I mean by intrinsic value. There's already embedded intrinsic value in the valuation of Uniski String Transport Technology at this particular time. We can talk about Meta, the owner of Facebook as well. We can talk about Visa. We can talk about Walmart. We can talk about Procter & Gamble, MasterCard. We can talk about Chevron, Coca-Cola, that Papa Awolowo invested into in Nigeria. We can even talk about Julius Berger. These are multinational companies that few individuals got the opportunity at their pre-development stage. and there's no how they will file, and their filing will be the same as their listing price. You can see at the bottom, and you can see where this one is sitting right now. You can see at the bottom here right now. You can see where it's sitting right now as well. I can even take you one more example and talk about Meta, which is actually Facebook. Let's look at Facebook. Even when it has trouble after the COVID, Meta sacked a lot of staff after the COVID. Meta thought maybe COVID would continue forever. And you can see Meta actually bought their finger after the COVID. 2020, 2021, that there was a serious calamity in this share price for Meta, Facebook, you understand? And they actually lay off a lot of staff. And that's where you see the value of the stock crash. You can see this one. You can see if I put my mouse there, that is August 2021. But Meta had enjoyed a lot in 2019, and you can see the spark in 2019. But Meta still listing in 2012 never actually hit their bottom till today. Multinational company, owner of Meta, which is Facebook, called few friends. Only few answered him, you know, and that's the story for today. So guys, what we are telling you tonight is that this opportunity is closing, and you need to go back to who invited you to this Zoom meeting session tonight. You need to know your customer, KYC. You need to create an account. To create an account is free. You do not need to pay money to create an account. You do not need money to do KYC. You just need to go back to who invited you to this Zoom meeting session tonight. They will assist you in creating your account. They will assist you in doing your KYC. When you now do your KYC, you will now go to the market proper, because this is where you can actually now acquire your unit of co-ownership. You know, so I share my screen right now. For example, I go to investment program, for example, and you're going to see you can actually either pay outrightly or you can do an installment. And like what you see on my screen, you can pay one time or you can pay in installment. We have $500 package, we have a $1,000 package, we have $2,000 package. For example, the $1,000 package, you can pay $200 every month for 5 months. But if you pay double the first time, Ambassador Kristiaan is coming to tell you about the bonuses he's giving out tonight, the portion of opportunities given out tonight, immediately after my presentation. But I'm talking to you how you can get involved. One, you do not need money to create this account. I mean, creating an account is free. Doing your KYC is free. All you need to do, go back to we invite you to this Zoom meeting session tonight. First thing first, when you do that, when your KYC is approved, then you can start picking your installment package or your outright package. Package you see on my screen, you can pay outrightly or you can pay by installment. Our installment in fact is in 5 months. A $1,000 installment will give you 23,000 units of shares plus bonus 24,000. If you pay double for the first time, we have $2,000 package as well that you need to pay $400 every month for 5 months, and that will give you 50,000 units. It means you are investing $2,000 today. When they file on IPO, it will be $50,000, because remember, I told you the nominal value is $1 per share. You can also acquire a value for $5,000, which you can pay $1,000 every month for 5 months. You are going to get $145,000. You can also do a particular package for $2,000 for 5 months, and that's $10,000. Total units you're going to get is 350,000 units. You can also do another package for $25,000. You do $500 every month, and you're going to have portion of 975,000 portion. It means you are investing just $25,000 today, and you are having 975 portion in the intellectual property rights of this multinational company, valued over $400 billion by external independent expert, May 20, 2013. 50,000 units can give you 2 million units right now. It means you're investing $50,000 today. When they file at IPO, your investment will value $2 million. Guys, there's dividends, quarterly dividends, and that dividends, you cannot eat it alone. You're going to eat that dividends, you grow, your family will eat with you, your children will eat with you, and you will be able to pass over that dividend to generation to come. It's a transferable wealth. It means what you're about to do tonight, The decision you are about to take tonight is not for you alone. It's not for your wife alone. It's not for your children alone. It's for their children. That's why, please, you can think about it very well. Tomorrow is Sunday. When you go to church, you can pray to God. God, show me the way. Is this the right way? I did my prayer in 2014, and I see the way it shine well. Today, my shoe, they shine too well. So, guys, thank you so much for attending to the Zoom meeting session. You can do the screenshot of my screen, and I said we have these packages in installment, and we also have this package in outright payment. What you need to do: create a free account, do your KYC, go back to who invited to the Zoom meeting session tonight, and let's fly together in flying color, and let's pass over opportunity of wealth to this generation coming. We call them the Gen Z generation coming. They will not wait for your story, and they will not wait for your excuses. I believe you are ready for them. Thank you so much, Ambassador Kristiaan, and take it over from me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sammy. It is again a pleasure to see you, and it's again, always when you're talking, you blow it away. I don't know from where you have the spirit. I think I must go in your body, because I have a lot to learn from you. And every time when I see you, it is excited. Only you smile. I want it. Thank you so much, my friend.
It's a pleasure.
My friends, we have so many great people here. Now, before I go tell you something what I give today on somebody one voucher to 4 people. We have invited 5 people. The person who have invited them and who stay here, I give an opportunity not for 24,000 units, but I give an opportunity for 74,000 units to 4 people. Now, what is important now in the moment, before I do this, 3 people can ask questions, 3 people. And I'm going to answer this together with our best men in the world who can talk like a bishop, like the Pope, like everyone in the world. I give them the word to Pastor and Udoh. So, my dear friends, who won't have a question, raise your hands, and only 3 hands, and then I stop. You can ask 10. The first 3 is the people who can ask a question. I see here the person with EM247 is the first hand. Is somebody more who have a question? Do it now. Go to the place where you can ask for a question, because only 3 people can do it. Okay, then.
Hello.
Yes, you can ask your question. You're the first one.
Hello. Good evening from Nigeria here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, you are well done, Dr. Sammy, and other fella, I've forgotten his name. Well done for all your presentation. I'm very so much happy to key into this program, especially this meeting. This meeting is a very eye-opener to me. And sorry, my name is Emmanuel from Nigeria. And we're able to register. And last time I complained about my K1 that always keep declining. Unfortunately, yesterday, after I submitted the 4th KYC, it was declined as well, but something happened along the line. I was almost getting discouraged. The only $50 I was having to invest in this project, I went and stuck it with into a crypto. And after doing that,
Hello, sir. Sorry, I am cutting you off. But I'm in the spirit tonight. Are you listening to me, sir?
I'm hearing you.
Are you with me, sir? Oh, your network is not helping you. You have to pray to God for your network to help you.
I'm listening to you.
You mentioned this $3 in 3 meetings. You have mentioned this $3 in 3 meetings. This is the 3rd time you mention your $50. And I really want to appreciate your generosity. I want to appreciate your kindness, your openness. People like you, I don't know how we can assist them, help them to ensure that they start with us. You have the zeal you want to do. You want to do. If you have big money, you will do. For me, I am going to support you with $100 tonight, sir. I am supporting you with $100 tonight.
Thank you,
Create
man.
your account, do your KYC. I will transfer $100 from my own Skyward community account to your account. So
Okay,
I
sir.
congratulate you. Congratulations for that.
Okay, how will I get your contact, sir?
I think the person that invited you.
My upline
Let the person get back to Ambassador Kristiaan. Ambassador Kristiaan will do the setup. Yes.
Okay, so
all right. I want to congratulate you for having the $100 US.
Yes,
but I want to also help you to talk away your $50 mentality because it will buy you. Yes, it's true that you can join these business projects. Unitsky have never changed the milestone from what it was from the beginning. Most companies will have adjusted everything by this time and make it only affordable for the rich. But Unitsky have left it as it was. So I want tonight to be the final night of that $50 mentality. Take this business. This is something very big. So you can start with $50, but make sure that you are presenting this business not as a $50 business place. And this is a very big business that anybody can invest. So go out there, package yourself, talk to look at your phone, the people that you respect, get to them and tell them there's something they need to know. If you don't understand what to say, get to us. We are going to help you to present this business not as a $50 business. Thank you very much, sir.
Pastor Udoh, that is why I want to quench that mentality of $50 by doubling it. I have doubled it tonight, sir. Your opportunity have been doubled from this night. What you never expect will start happening from this night. Go and write it down. I am here to support you. If you have some wills, if you want to talk to them, invite me. I will do your presentation on your behalf. You can start building your wealth. Where they do their investment, there's a portion of commission that will come for your way, like 15%. So when you get this 15%, we can also gather it together to add to the $100 I'm supporting you. And before you know, you can eat $1,000, you can eat $2,000, you can eat $5,000. Let me tell you one thing. Pastor Udoh joined with $50 in 2016. Me, Dr. Sammy, I am the 4th operator in the world. I joined with $50 in 2014. We are always starting with this. This $50 is not a new thing to us. But this mentality has to change right now. We need to understand that, look, the generation that's coming after us, they are not waiting for stories. So we don't have any excuses to give at all. Let's do it well. Let's do it together. Let's collaborate together. And let's be in progress to give wealth to our people. We cannot keep complaining about government this, government that. When are we going to stop doing that? When are we going to take our own share ourselves? Let's face the part ourselves. What can you do for yourself? What can you do for your family? What can you do for this generation now? What can you lay down for them that they will not forget about you? Mandela lay a lot. Awolowo lay a lot in Nigeria. We can talk about Gaddafi as well. Lay a lot in Africa. What are you laying tonight? This is what
I'm grateful, sir.
And I hope we can do that together.
I'm grateful.
And we now go to Mr. Saido Mohammed.
Sir?
Saido Mohammed, open now your speaker, please. Saido Mohammed.
Mohammed.
Saido Mohammed, please open your speaker. Yes, open your speaker, please. Your volume is not open.
Mr. Mohammed, open your speaker and ask your question, or go to Mr. Ekpete. Mr. Ekpete, you are the next. Please ask your question, Mr. Ekpete. If you can open your mic, Mr. Ekpete, please open your mic. Okay, Said, over to you. Said, over to you. Yeah.
Good evening. My question goes to Dr. Sammy. Thank you for that wonderful presentation this evening. I enjoyed your presentation last week and this week as well.
You are going to pay. You are going to pay. You are going to pay.
Yes. Wait. Thank you very much. During your course of conversation, you talk about mergers, acquisition, and others. I don't know how is it going to affect us, because for me, I think I started in 2020, but it's gradual. So I'm about 120,000 and thereabout. So I don't know when merger acquisition come along the line, what is going to be our fate that has a little what is it called, shares buy-in.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. That's a very interesting question. And let me tell you one thing. Merger and acquisition coming in will not take a portion from what you already own. It's not taking anything from what you already own. Why merger acquisition is very, very good? There's a lot of advantage in merger and acquisition. And why it's very, very good is that it helps startup company to complete their pre-development stage. Uniski started in 2014 from stage 1. I was opportune to join him at that stage 1. Now we're on the tail end, which is just the last stage. And the number of portion of intellectual property rights co-ownership left is small. It's not much. So there are some smart investors in the world. We call them venture capitalists. You know, they are venture capitalists. We can call them also angel investors. These guys, they don't want to share. They are very smart. They are smarter than you. I mentioned something the other time. I said 90% of startups fail. Only 10% survive. So these guys, they know that they have investors in their company. They have to give feedback to. So they don't want to fail, because if they fail, they will lose people money. So what they do, they invest very smart. They are the one doing merger. They are the one doing acquisition. How do they do it? They will look at the company, starting from the beginning of the pre-development stage. They'll be watching that company. They will not involve themselves. They will not do stage 1 with them. They will not do stage 2 with them. They will not do 3 with them. They will not do 4 with them. They will not do 5 with them. They will not do 11 and 12 with them. They will not do 13 with them. They will not do 14 with them. Uniski string transport technology is on the 15th stage of the pre-development stage. Something will happen in UAE. Go and write it down tonight. I can bet with my unit of shares. Anybody here tonight, I will bet with some millions of units of shares tonight if it doesn't happen. If Uniski string transport technology complete their track number 4 in charger, there will be merger and acquisition. I can bet with anybody. If Uniski string transport technology completes their track number 4 in charger, there either will be merger or there will be acquisition. If you want to bet with me, I can bet with unit of numbers. When we finish this stage 15, if you win, I transfer it to you. So, Mr. Mohammed, the merger and acquisition will not take your units. It will only help us to complete the pre-development stage, and we can easily file on the public market. I hope you understand. If transport technology successfully complete track number 4, there's a possibility of merger and acquisition, because it's going to attract these whales that are sitting on the fence. They're going to see it flying about more than 2 kilometers, flying, no more on paper. So what excuse are they going to give? It is no more trial. Then it means everything is done. Ambassador Kristiaan, over to you. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed.
Yeah, good evening, all. I'm the person that called the other day from Houston, Texas. Yesterday, Alex has helped me. We have completed my registration, waiting for KYC so that we buy package.
All right, Alex, tonight, Mr. Alex, listen to me, we are here tonight. You will forward her document to me immediately, and so that by Monday first thing, the KYC should be approved, so that she can pick the package of her choice. Madam, thank you, congratulations. Thank you for mentioning that, and the job is done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Noted, my curator. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm no more creator, so I'm no more creator.
You can send it in the group. There's no problem.
Sorry,
It's okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But you must know, our best friend here, our Mr. Udoh, our man here, he's more important than every curator in the world, believe me. This is not, that is only a name. But he is the name, Udoh. Remember it all your life.
That's the big man, the big shark.
Okay. All right, please let me apologize for the tone of the voice I used to blow up my brother about the $50. My brother, I sincerely apologize, because the point is that I talk with energy. So I know that I was attacking you because of $50 because that's a memory I have. I also began with $50. So all we're trying to say is that you can create a dream for your life, not that I just was trying to demean you because of $50. You know,
we are going to do it together, sir, with him. That man, I love his skill. I want to work with him.
That is a source of inspiration. Yeah, thank you very much. I think that is the question. That's more the question we have tonight, and tonight is a Saturday breaking Sunday. One thing I enjoyed a few days is that everybody stay on the call, and we are still about 92. But friends, this will be my last word here for tonight. I want all of us, many of us, we just made a trial about the business, but this company has gone beyond the trial. Right now, if you look at the milestones, when you hear about stage 15, I think in the next meeting, we need to bring up to us so that we can understand. Ambassador Kristiaan, please, this will be the agenda for the next meeting. We are going to have a total review of what are the contents of the stages. Because stage 15, there was nothing like construction at stage 15. Stage 15 is part of advancing the technology all over the world. So for those of you, when you hear about stage 15, you need to have an idea what is the content, what are the contents, if you like, of what will be done at stage 15, and now it's broken to 1, 2, 3. So it's not about construction. It's the part of marketing the project to the whole world was part of the milestone. And so that is where we are today. I spoke with one of my friends. I said, the only thing why people today are still having opportunity to be part of this project is that when UNESCO came to United Emirates, the first project was that the Crown Prince demanded that UNESCO company should produce his own first projects, which UNESCO did that, and the Crown Prince come and tested that. If we were dealing with just the transport of humans alone, this project could have closed at this time. But the United Emirates requested something special and something that's not been done before. The biggest business in the Arab world is the marine business, is a container business, connecting Abu Dhabi, Dubai, cross to all the UAE. Now, in the brochure of UNESCO, the container, the cargo stuff is part of the brochure, is part of the projects. And so this becomes a bigger business. And the United Emirates demand that they are more interested to implement the cargo delivery. And yet, we have not done it before. It was still on the manuscript. And so UNESCO have to start the fourth line of developing the container, the cargo line, which converts the container from point A to point B. That means collecting up from the sea coast and then sent to the dry dock. This was to be done and also certified to be used around the world. Friends, brothers and sisters from this side of the world, this becomes very capital intensive. And that is the reason why some of you are still coming to meet this project right now. And if you mind, I think, let me see, 1 minute, if I'm a co-host, I'm going to just show you 5-second clip to let you see what is at stake. So let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, I think I can do that. So I'm going to pull out something right away for you to see what is on the table right now, so that when you are taking your decision, it should be able to help you to take appropriate, the right decision about this. So this is what I'm going to bring out right. I think I should see that.
No, we don't see your screen now, not yet.
Okay, no. I just want to pull out the stuff. Ambassador Kristiaan, just do what you are doing, and in just 1 minute, I will be back to let them see the project we are talking about. Thank you very much, please.
Okay. So, Pastor Udoh, he coming back directly, which is something what he wants to share with you. Now, I want to say again to you before we go share it. My dear friends, what I want to say, today we have a special meeting, and I said to you, I give to 4 people the opportunity to have not 24,000 units, but I give 74,000 units. I give 4 people the chance. I say only invite 5 people. The first name what I see is Ovik Solomon. Ovik Solomon is here. Is this correct, Ovik Solomon, you here? Then open your speaker. You can come inside that I hear you. Other people who have invite 5 people, please coming in the chat.
Yes, I 5 people.
Okay, Mr. Ovi Solomon, the 5 people, write the names of the 5 people here in the chat group that I can see when it's there. Write the 5 people in the chat group here, please. Yes. Okay, Isaac Farouk.
Okay, guys.
Isaac,
Kristiaan, I quickly want to answer this question. Somebody asked this question, and I want to answer this question. Mr. Femi Odia, he said, if my question will not look unacceptable, Dr. Sammy, on the issue of merger and acquisition, what is the likely minimum amount of dollars to be invested for such to happen? Merger and acquisition do not look for amount of dollar that will be invested for that thing to happen. They will only buy the old units remaining. So they will just buy everything remaining. For merger and acquisition, they don't actually look for money. Whatever that is left on the table is what they are going to acquire. So you can wake up in the morning, you will see that the opportunity has gone, because those that are doing merger and those that are doing acquisition have acquired the remaining unit of portion available. So I think that's you asked a question, I've been able to answer your question.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Enya, over to you.
We go back to Mr. Pastor Udoh, yes.
Thank you very much. For those of you who are not really understand what we are talking about, this is where we have been. And you take a look at the project, you can see so much work is going on. Just take a view about the projects that we are talking about. And this is what UNESCO is doing right away. So take a look at from the point of the anchor and see the massive length. I need to pause this video when you get to that point. Now, I pause the video. Now, look at the massive length. Look at the kilometers. This is the 4th line of what UNESCO is doing, guys. So we are talking about the project you can see, the project you can feel, the project you can have an experiential. Take a look at it. See the length of where we are talking about. And so this is what UNESCO is building. Is going to become a commercial line, because from here it's going to extend to Abu Dhabi, and then also becomes a line to be certified. The whole goal is that when countries of the world are reading our manuscript, we will only invite them, come to Sharjah and have experiential touch to the project. That is the essence of this place. That is the essence of our funding. This is all we have done. And this is from a collective contribution of people like me, like Sammy, like Ambassador. So we have done this. No government of the world, no bank in the world can lay claim of this project. We are proud to be the co-founder of this project since 2014 to today. And so if you are not jumping in, jump into the fence right now. So this is the project we are talking about. Guys are still working there and works in progress. Thank you very much and God bless you. I sign out.
Thank you so much, Pastor Udoh. Guys, I'm still here in FCT Abuja, and I just quickly want to show you, this is our presentation room. Maybe you may want to see this is not it's not a kids play, it's not a child's play anymore. And I'm here in FCT Abuja, and you can see the presentation room. This is where we have done presentation today, we'll continue tomorrow. I'm doing this for a whole week. So if you are here in FCT or you have anybody to catch up in FCT, you have a will in FCT you want to catch up with, please invite them to come and join us here, and so that we can be able to actually do this presentation with them. So it's no more a child's play, and we are rounding up this pre-development stage with Engineer Anatoly Yunitsky by fire, by as we want it. Ambassador Kristiaan, over to you.
Yeah, Dr. Sammy, congratulations. You blow it again away. So thank you so much. And you see, this is a very nice place in Abuja. Contact for this, your upline, go contact Dr. Sammy, and then you can invite these people together to him, and you'll come with this crowd. People, come not to Dr. Sammy with the man who wants to invest $50, please. If you come to him, he said very clear, bring the big fish. Bring the people who want to invest, who have interest, who bring this technology together to life, and who want also together this technology to finish with Dr. Engineer Anatoly Yunitsky. Please go with the big wheels to him, and you go see. He do it for you. He work for you. He bring the people under you, not under him. Just please run. If you stay there, he stayed there 1 week. You hear just that he said, please go to there. I send already my wife next week to you, that you can talk with her already.
I'll take some commission from her.
Okay, thank you. So, my dear friends, I have the 5 names here with me. I tell you the people who is the winner, no, the 4 winners of the invited people. I give the 4 winners of the invited people here with me. The first person who have the vote.
I just want to greet you
now. Ambassador, sorry, I also invited more than 5 persons who have also registered.
I'm sorry. I'm not talking. I'm already here. I go tell you the names who I have here. Okay, listen very good. The names who I have here. I said before, right? If your name is here, then you're one of the person who registered. I said the first people who write the names and give me the names is. Next time we do another things. Mr. Techno, please, of Mr. Can somebody stop this talking? Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay, the first person who have a voucher for 74,000 units is mean you must pay it, but you have not 24,000, you have 74,000. You can do it in 10 installments. You can do this in 10 installments, and you can pay this. The first person is Ovik Solomon. Ovik Solomon is the first person who received this voucher. The next person who received this voucher is Ibdek. Ibdek. You hear me, Mr. Ibdek, of what is your name? You hear me? You be here. IBTEC. Ibdek. Hello. Open your speaker, or I give it to somebody else. I want to be sure.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good evening.
Okay, you are the next one. The next one is Isaac Farouk. Isaac Farouk, is he here? Isaac Farouk. Open your speaker. Isaac Farouk, open your speaker. Hello. If you're not talk to me, then I'd go to somebody else.
Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Isaac Farouk, okay, you are the next one. I need from you your email from your back office. Your email from your back office. Also for Iptek and also for Ovik Solomon. You send it here in the chat room, or you send it to my phone, or you send it to your upline, or you send it to Dr. Sammy, or to Pastor Udoh, coming down with me. And the next one is Alec Georgewell. Alec Georgewell. Alec Georgewell, this is the next one. You'll be here. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are the
Hello,
next.
I'm here, sir.
These 4 people. This is the 4 people that now on this moment registered for this 74,000 allotment of portions that you have now on the moment, not for $1,000, 24,000, but I give you for $1,000, 74,000. The only thing is I need from you your email. You can do your first installments and you receive 100% all your allotment of units. And this is especially for you guys who invited. Now, we not joke. If we say we give it, then we give it. I said to 4 people, yes, it is to 4 people. I cannot give it to everyone, but we have now, there is more people who have it. Maybe I give one more, maybe on Monday or on Tuesday we go see, but this is the 4 people who receive it now. The only thing what you must do is do your first installment. So, my dear friend, this is now what we have done on this moment.
Okay, okay. Okay.
If we do it next time and we say something that we go give it, please be there and do it in real thing. So, my dear friends, this recording, if people want the recording tomorrow, I make it ready. Tomorrow it stay in your it stay in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Stay in the WhatsApp groups, and there it stay in the WhatsApp groups, and there we can do it also, and then you can start to do the recording. I think for today, I've not can do my part because otherwise it takes too long time. I want to do also something for presentation, but Mr. Bossy blow it away. Also, Dr. Sammy Argunande, thank you so much that you was here. He blew it away, and Pastor Udoh, he blew it to the world. Thank you so much, everyone, that you was here. With this, I can say a very happy weekend, a very good Sunday, and all the people who is the winners, send me your details to the email what I've sent in the group, and then I sent you this in your back office. I sent you the link for 74,000 units. Congratulations to the winners, and we see you next time.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you, Ambassador. Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Sorry, Ambassador.
Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Bye-bye.
Can we submit your WhatsApp
Thank you, Dr.
directly?
Dr. Sam, you.
Right.
Can we submit your WhatsApp directly, sir?
Thank you so much for your presentation.
Yeah, the Facebook ad campaign. Next week, we're going to give you updates. Our programmer, they are finishing the website, and you guys wait for that. I mean, the campaign, Facebook campaign. If you're interested in that, we'll give you update in the WhatsApp room. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Right.
Thank you, Africa. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you,
Right.
Dr. Sam.
Good night, Africa. Good night.
Enjoy Abuja.
Thank you. I'm waiting for you in Nigeria. Come back, Ambassador Kristiaan.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous that I'm not be here with you now.
All right.
It's coming okay. We'll come back. Bye-bye, my friends. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Dr. Sammy.
Bye. Good night.